Feeling frisky. Come on. How's it going, YouTube? My name is Nick Novak. Welcome back to the HSR Ranch. Today's video, I'm gonna do a little work with these bottle calves. I actually just got a new one. I have to build a little pen for it outside so she can get some sunlight. There she is right there. Little heifer. But I thought for today's video I can kind of give you guys a tour of my barn. I posted a short yesterday, a little preview of it, and my neighbor said it was built 1864 is what he thought. It's a really cool old barn. We use it every day. It's pretty cool. So I figured I'd let you guys look at the main part of the barn first, and then I'll show you the two outside parts. So as we walk inside, this first stall, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess 6 horse stalls, you can consider it. This was kind of just like a workbench area, but there's all the old horse tack from the people that owned it before me. So I left that there because I thought that was super freaking cool. And then, you know, just some right here and stuff. And I could probably take it down, but, you know, it kind of gives that old school vibe. And since it is such an old barn, I'd like to keep it that way. But in this first stall here, it's where we keep our mineral. Like I've said in a couple other videos, we use beef mineral mix. It's free choice all the time. And that's what we do. There's another stall here, trying to get some stuff cleaned up. And this stall over here, I've been using it as a little bottle calf pen if the two calves are sucking on each other and whatnot. And then this one, I still have a little bit to clean out around it. Never used this one for put our horses in there yet. But then we go in here, got the feed room. Kind of a horse tack room too. Got my daughter's saddle, my wife's saddle. Milk replacer in here, the calf grain in this one, a little bit of horse grain, our chicken feed, and then our grower pellets there, which we'll actually be getting our meat birds here in probably a couple weeks. So that'll be interesting. Another cool thing, so this is the stairway to the loft. I thought this was kind of a cool door, so I left it there. Kind of some sketchy steps, but it's really cool. I'll plug this in and show you guys. So one, my wife and I try to do date night every Monday, and this past summer when it was her turn to pick what the date night was, when I was working all day, she was up here doing it, and we had our date night up here. So I'll show you guys the hay loft. It's really cool. Yeah, these lights are what my wife put up for our little date night. And then if you look here, these are all the old string from the neighbor, from the guy who owned it before us. That's pretty freaking cool. That's a lot of feed fed up here. And then here's just some old hay that I need to get out. That's my goal this summer, so I'll bring you guys along for that. And then just some more old tack there. They actually use this machine. You put square bales on it, on the ground, and once you plug this in, it has a little motor and it cranks that little chain, and that's how you get them up here, which is pretty cool. See if I can open this door real quick, show you guys the back view of the barn. Pretty dang cool. So another thing I want to show you guys too is in all the horse stalls there's a square. There's one right there too in the floor, and that's how they fed their horses, their mules, whatever they had. You know, they just come up, walk up those stairs. It'd probably be completely full up here with hay. Drop a flake down there and let them eat. If that's not cool, I don't know what is. But next we'll go in here where that bottle calf's at. So where that's located is, that's the main door, that's the loft. Go on this west side of the barn here. And this was completely empty. The people that owned this place before us had goats, and they let their goats run everywhere. And so this place was a mess. But they have little, I have a feeling this is where they had their sheep or goats in here. But I just put this little pin up right here for the bottle calves, let them have the whole thing, but since it's just one in here, I've just put a little panel up, let her have half of it. And once we get a few more bottle calves, I'll probably split it right down the middle and have 8 or 10 spots in there. So that's also a really cool spot. And then this last part of the barn over here is where the guys used to milk their cows. Show you guys this. And these are really cool. So what they would do is they'd feed from the top of the hayloft down into the trays, and those cows would put their head in. And if you see that, they'd push, that would lock them in, and then those cows are stuck. That is pretty cool. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They could milk 12 at a time. Another cool thing was, this was their little medicine cabinet, and I ended up keeping that in here too. It's just really cool to be able to see how those old guys did it back in the day. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, life was so much tougher back then, but so much simpler. And that's kind of what I like, and that's kind of what we try to do, is keep it as simple as possible, and whatnot. So kind of my plans for this over there where the old milk room was, is I want to make some sort of pen here. I need to do a lot of dirt work, so this summer that's kind of another goal, and kind of get it all leveled out, because you can see a lot of cement there. I'd like to get it probably up 6 or 8 inches, and build some sort of fencing here, maybe fence it completely out here so that's all intertwined, because both these sides would make great little calving barns if I was having problems in the winter with my couple of my spring cows. Be easy to run them in. You know, I'm just not really set up good right now. But anyways, let me get off on a tangent here. What we're gonna do next is use 2 of these panels in here and just make a makeshift pen for this calf. Since it's so nice out, just gonna make it really fast. Nothing super fancy, just something for her to be able to get a little sunlight. So I think for that little calf, what I'm gonna do is to keep them separate. I think they'll be able to touch noses a little bit, but I'm fine with that. So I'm gonna take off one of these panels to the crate, make a little gate right there, and then use those 2 panels in the barn where that calf's at, and just make a little pen right in here, because she'll still be in the barn for the next couple nights. It's gonna get down to like 30, but she's only like 5 or 6 days old, so I don't really want to risk her being outside. But these 2 calves that are 45 days old, I guess they're probably close to 50. My plan's to wean them next week. I just leave them outside here in their little pen. Having a little problem with some scours. It's mainly because I think I transitioned them to a different milk replacer, because the stuff I usually get was out, and some better stuff was on sale for the right price. So I'm kind of just letting them, I didn't feed them this morning, I'll say that. I gave them electrolytes and water. So I'm hoping by this evening, kind of cleared up a little bit, and we can move on from there. So yeah, let me grab those 2 panels. We'll start making that gate, grab a T-post and pound that in. So I changed my mind. I think a better place to put her, I'm just gonna put a panel here to here and a little gate right there. Then she's out of the, there is a little shade there, which the sun's coming up, but I just think it'll be better for her to be out of the shade so it's not so cold. It's a little windier up here, but that sunlight's gonna help her a lot. So I'm gonna pull another T-post, we'll pound these two in, and then we'll grab that panel. Well, I thought I grabbed some wire, but I did not. Oh, there it is. I'm not making this super pretty for the main fact of this isn't going to be permanent. And that calf's not very old, so it shouldn't be pushing on this fence anyways. As you can see, nothing fancy, just a little pin, the gate that'll shut. So we'll go grab that calf and put it in there. Come on, let's go. It's the funny thing about bottle calves, they will follow you. Come on, let's go. Feeling frisky, come on. Let's go. Let her feel it out. Good girl. Okay, so she's in. Gonna lock this gate, just tie it real quick so she can't get out. But we're just gonna leave her out here, let her get some fresh air, some good sun on her, kind of build the immunity a little bit. She's a good little calf. She's having a little problem with drainage in her eyes, so I've been shooting some eye drops into her eye, so I'm hoping that clears it up. But yeah, we got her little pen. These calves are gonna hopefully chew on a little bit of hay and clean up those little bit of scours that's going on. And other than that, you know, these kids are taken care of. But I'm not gonna bring you guys along for chores today because it'll be the same as the last video. So we'll probably end it there. Appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if you want a tour of all my other buildings. Comment that. If you made it this far, like and subscribe. Appreciate it, guys. Talk to you in the next